I want you to look at what's going on in this image. Russell Westbrook has the ball and he has a clear lane to the hoop to score a layup. There's 11.9 seconds on the clock and the Denver Nuggets are already up by 1. You might be thinking, why is he taking the layup? He could just dribble out the clock, get fouled and go to the free throw line. I don't know why Russell Westbrook decided to take a layup here, but Russell Westbrook missed the layup right here. Not only did he miss that and give the Timberwolves the ball back with 10 seconds left on the clock, they go down the other end and he ends up fouling the three-point shooter with 0.2 seconds left to go in the game. Nickeil Alexander-Walker then heads to the line and wins the game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, despite Nikola Jokic putting up 61 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. This may be the worst ending to a game in Russell Westbrook's career, but how did we get here? That's what we're going to break down today. So let's have a look at it. And yes, Peyton Watson, I couldn't believe it either. So as I said, Nikola Jokic was absolutely cooking in this one. It reminded me of that meme. No matter how many Defensive Player of the Year awards Rudy Gobert wins, he still can't guard the Joker. Here's an example. Nikola Jokic does a great job of coming down the floor, sealing off his defender, getting inside middle position. The pass over the top comes in, and he scores the easy and one opportunity. Okay, the Denver Nuggets at this point are 10 points up with 6 minutes left to go in the game. Once again, Nikola Jokic gets the ball. This time they double him, leaving Russell Westbrook with an open lane to the basket. This time, however, he does manage to score the layup, but Nikola Jokic creating offense, easy offense for others. Now, Anthony Edwards struggled early in this game, but as crunch time came around, you can see there's 3 minutes left to go in the game, and it's a 4-point game. And this is what star players do. They accept the challenge of the pressure. Anthony Edwards this time, guarded by Watson. He goes through the legs, right to left cross, goes to his left hand. And even though Nikola Jokic is standing here, he has a crafty finish with his left where he reaches around and finishes off the glass. And if you thought that was good, it gets even better. Because this time, guarded by maybe Denver's best defender, Aaron Gordon, he has the size up dribble, he has the right to left crossover, into the three-pointer. It's a 3-point game with 2.5 minutes left, and you know the result. That's cash money. He then comes back down off the Aaron Gordon miss. Julius Randle gets the rebound. It's a 3-on-2 right here. There's 3, maybe even 4 Timberwolves players and only 2 Nuggets defenders back, right? This leaves you with a multitude of options. Randle gives the ball up. You could easily make a pocket pass here for Randle to go and score the layup. If Aaron Gordon is going to sink into the defense, you're not really worried about Rudy Gobert being a 3-point threat. So that's not an option there. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he could also pull up here for an open 3. Instead, Anthony Edwards says, listen, I trust you guys, but I trust myself more. He pulls up in transition for the 3-pointer to give the Timberwolves a 3-point lead with just 2 minutes to go in the game. Now, the Timberwolves are up 2 with 33 seconds left. Anthony Edwards, you know he's going to try and score the basketball. And the momentum is all with the Timberwolves until this moment, where Christian Braun plants his feet outside of the restricted area and takes the charge on Anthony Edwards. Taking a charge can be a play that shifts the momentum in the game. And when this happened, with 29 seconds left, the Denver Nuggets get the ball. They have the chance to go 2 for 1. They have the chance to do something here. What they end up doing is tying the game. Anyway, the Denver Nuggets on defense now. So Anthony Edwards is calling out the play to his teammates. I believe he wants Julius Randle to come and set a screen, and he'll want Mike Conley to come and set a screen here in a horns alignment. But what he knows is that because he scored all of those buckets down the stretch and he's been the offensive engine, the Denver Nuggets are going to try and get the ball out of his hands, and they're going to double team him. And you're going to see this unfold as the play goes on. So it's a ghost screen for Mike Conley. Instead of setting the screen here, he continues to cut around. And Aaron Gordon is going to step up along with Russell Westbrook to throw 2 at the ball, get it out of Anthony Edwards' hands. So now as this play unfolds, the ball goes to Julius Randle. Now you're going to trust Julius Randle because he's had a real good game here. He finished the night with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. But you're going to trust him in this situation because you can't score over those 2 defenders all the way out there. So let's give Julius, this is the whole point of having a second option. This is where Cat would have got the ball last year. This year it's Julius Randle. He goes to a sidestep 3, great defense from Watson, and it misses. The game goes to overtime. But let's talk a little bit about Julius Randle. The Nuggets have a staple option in their offense, which is basically a down screen for Nikola Jokic to pop up and get the ball. Julius Randle has obviously read the scouting report because here he flies through the lane, gets the steal and the breakaway dunk. This time, he has the ball against Nikola Jokic, and this was important because Rudy Gobert fouled out of the game in the fourth quarter. So Julius Randle played a lot of minutes at the 5, matched up with Nikola Jokic. You got to take advantage of that. Use your speed, use your strength. He brushes off Jokic for the easy dunk in the lane. He also, because we're back into overtime now, let's continue the breakdown of how this game ended. He also had possessions where he was matched up with Christian Braun, who he's much bigger than, much stronger than. But this time, he gets the ball and Russell Westbrook has to come and double team. Now you've got 2 guys on the ball because this is a mismatch. You can't allow that to happen. Conley's open, but Randle's not facing that way. Instead, he finds Anthony Edwards attacking at the hoop, and it's another finish for the Ant-Man. Now, the next possession, the Denver Nuggets are down 5 at this point because Anthony Edwards just scored that layup. There's less than a minute to go. And Aaron Gordon, with the confidence to pull up and shoot this contested 3, was simply unbelievable. I don't think enough people realize that Aaron Gordon has gone from a 29% three-point shooter last season to a 46% three-point shooter this season. He's been shooting the absolute lights out. Now, the Denver Nuggets managed to get a stop on the other end. They come down with 28 seconds to go. Jokic is on the block. He's doing his thing. He gets inside. He misses, right? The rebound. There's a fight for the rebound here. Julius Randle comes away with it. Gets the ball to Anthony Edwards. And this is just great defensive awareness from Christian Braun. He took the charge to end out the fourth quarter. This time here, look where he is and look where he ends up to steal the basketball, okay? This is a lofty pass over the top. He anticipates it, he reads it, and he gains possession, okay? Passes it to Aaron Gordon, to Russell Westbrook, out to Watson, who's fouled by Anthony Edwards. Now, the Timberwolves had a foul to give here, so Mike Malone calls a timeout and draws up a play because there's 12 seconds left in this game and you're down 2. What the play is going to be is it's going to be a screen from Nikola Jokic here. You think that Christian Braun will come off this to receive the ball, but instead what he's really going to do is just kind of rescreen for Jokic if they haven't switched. The goal here is to get Randle off Jokic and get Anthony Edwards onto Jokic, where Jokic can use his size to overpower him, right? So they switch, and now 10 seconds go in the game. This is hilarious to me. He just walks the ball down. Even though the double team comes, and Aaron Gordon's just hit a 3, I would have maybe thought about hitting him in the corner for that 3, but this is what superstars do. They got to go and get a bucket for their team. He does exactly that. The nice shot over the top, because even though he's being double teamed here, the double team doesn't affect him because he can see over the top of the double team being 7 foot tall. So ties the game. 7 seconds left. This time, Anthony Edwards gets the ball again, but he knows what's coming. Everyone knows what's coming. Christian Braun's already started to leave Julius Randle wide open once again in the same alignment, except this time, instead of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, you've got Jalen McDaniels in this corner. Okay, so the ball goes to Julius Randle. He gives it to Jalen McDaniels. 2 seconds left to go in the game. Good defense from Aaron Gordon, and he forces the miss. And just for good measure, you've got Peyton Watson down here with the block on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That sends it to double OT. So now the final minute of overtime. Nikola Jokic in his operating area, he's got the ball. He's matched up with Julius Randle. The defense is also worried about him. Look, they're all worried about Nikola Jokic, okay? So Jokic is going to do what he does. The double team comes. He accepts the double team. Passes it to Aaron Gordon. Once again, on fire from 3. And this game had all the atmosphere of like a playoff game. That was such a huge shot to put the Nuggets up 2. Then you come down the other end. Mike Conley to Anthony Edwards. He accepts the double team. And instead of forcing the offense, he passes it back to Conley, who finds Alexander-Walker, who steps straight into a 3-pointer. By the way, I think it's so cool that only Shea and his cousin are wearing Shea sneakers at the moment. But that's a whole nother conversation. He hits the 3 to put the Timberwolves up 1. Now you've got 25 seconds left. Jokic is double teamed again. Okay. 23 seconds with a beautiful behind the back pass to Russell Westbrook, who's basically cut down the lane with no one paying attention to him. You can see Mike Conley's worried about Peyton Watson here, so Russell Westbrook's just going to cut straight down here. Beautiful behind the back pass, and Russell Westbrook can't make the shot, but he is fouled. He makes his first free throw to tie the game, but the second one, it misses, okay? There's a fight for the rebound, and no one knows who it went out of bounds off, and I like this call from the referee. It's a jump ball, okay? We're going for the jump ball here. So as the jump ball unfolds, you can see this right here. You can see Jaden McDaniels grabbing Jokic's arm. The referees call that as a foul. And because the Nuggets are in the bonus, Jokic goes to the line. And Russ just made 1 of 2 free throws. Jokic here, uncharacteristic, makes only 1 of 2, giving the Denver Nuggets a 1-point lead. So now this is the play and this is the sequence that everyone's talking about. Timberwolves are inbound in the play with Mike Conley. You're going to have Nickeil Alexander-Walker cut down here as a decoy. You're going to have Julius Randle set a screen for Anthony Edwards to hopefully get open here. If he doesn't catch it here, he's then going to go all the way to the corner. And I didn't like this play that was drawn up, because when you're in the corner, we talk about this all the time. You've got your primary defender in Aaron Gordon, but the sideline is also acting as another defender. And you know Anthony Edwards has to come left because the baseline is also acting as a defender. So Anthony Edwards is here. They throw the double team at him. Okay, and this is fantastic, trapping him. He's in a box here. He has no options. He has nowhere to go. Look at the defensive stance from Watson as well. This was great defense from the Nuggets. He passes the ball. Julius Randle has misread the situation. He thought that Anthony Edwards was going to split the double team with a pass and he'd be able to catch it going this way. Instead, Anthony Edwards goes this way and Russell Westbrook comes up with a steal. Fantastic play. Now you're in this position with 13 seconds left to go in the game and you have the lead. You want to take as much time off the clock as possible. If you're Russell Westbrook, you want to dribble out the clock, get fouled, and make your free throws this time. He gives it up to Christian Brown. He automatically gives it back because Mike Conley's come across to him. So he makes the right read here, gives it back to Russell Westbrook. And now Russ, I don't know if this was the moment where it all went wrong, because Russ is 36 now. If he dunks the basketball in this situation, they go up 3 and you have a good chance of winning the game. If not, you go to a third overtime. But maybe Russ's legs let him down, because the layup that he shoots here, the little layup here, you want a layup to come off the glass in the top corner. This is like fundamentals you teach the kids. Instead, Russell Westbrook puts the ball on the glass here. There's no angle for that ball to go into the hoop. It was a terrible layup, right? So, first of all, you're taking a 2-pointer in this situation. You should have just taken more time off the clock to reduce the chances of the Timberwolves having an attempt to tie the game and go to overtime. And, you know, making both your free throws would have put you up 3. Making the layup would have put you up 3. The only thing that's the wrong decision here is to not come away here with 2 points. That's the only wrong decision, and that's exactly what he does. And I'm not a hater of Russell Westbrook. Go watch the video I made about how good he's been for the Nuggets. That's also on my channel. But the Timberwolves come away, and what I don't like about this, I'm not mad you missed the layup. It happens, okay? Shout out to Brandon Knight. But Russell Westbrook is just kind of here. He's off the court. Where everyone else is going away in transition, Russ is just jogging back. And I like the decision also by Chris Finch not to call a timeout. Calling a timeout would allow Russell Westbrook to get back into play, and it allows Denver to get their defense set. Here, you're playing 5-on-4. You've got an advantage. Someone's going to be open. All 4 Nuggets guys are looking at the basketball in this situation here. They think that Anthony Edwards is going to try and score a game winner. Instead, he sees Nickeil Alexander-Walker wide open on his own in acres of space with 4 seconds to go. There's enough time that he doesn't have to throw this pass all the way over the top, okay? He's going to cross right to left, collapse the defense in the paint, and then find his shooter with a pass where he is still standing wide open. Catch and shoot, Russell Westbrook closing out. You can argue this because the shot is off. Like, the shot has gone. The foul actually occurs when time expires. If you look at the clock, it's run out where Russell Westbrook makes contact with him, okay? Look, maybe it's marginal, maybe it's 0.1. I don't have the video replay services that they do, but he fouls the shooter, okay? No landing space, hits his arm on his way down, and that's the end of the game. Russell Westbrook has lost this game and thrown away Jokic's 60-point triple-double. Look at Jokic's reaction right here. That's an absolutely horrible feeling. Look at Watson's reaction. Look at all the Nuggets reactions here. Russell Westbrook has sold this game. Missed layup, and then fouling a 3-point shooter, which is a cardinal sin, let alone at the buzzer. Alexander Walker makes both of his first 2 free throws to put them up 1, and then intentionally misses the second one, and that's the end of the game. And you can see how much it means to Anthony Edwards. This team has a little bit of a rivalry going back to the playoffs last season, but I cannot, for the life of me, understand why Russell Westbrook would go for that layup there. Just dribble out the clock as much as you can and make both your free throws. And if you're going to take the layup, you damn well score it. And then let's go back to this possession right here, okay? Because Russell Westbrook, he only re-emerges in the picture at this point, okay? And there's no communication about who's picking up this guy, who's picking up this guy, and who's picking up this guy. Because every Nuggets player is looking at Anthony Edwards. And this is the value of having a superstar on your team. All of their attention is over there. Okay, and then you've got Julius Randle, who might want to cut down here. So Russell Westbrook, where are you going to go? You have two options here. You tell Watson to close out to the wing and you go to Randle and tell Jokic to drop back, or you tell Watson to go to the wing, you cover the paint and Jokic can stay attached, or you go to the wing and everyone kind of stays where they are. That would work as well. But because he doesn't go to the wing, and it looks like no one on the Nuggets has even seen where Alexander-Walker is. Sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. I'm just trying to break this down for you. Alexander-Walker is wide open and no one has paid attention to him until the pass has been made. It's like, oh shit, he's open, and now you're scrambling a sloppy closeout. I can't believe that. But what I will say, one of the most entertaining games I've seen this season. I hope these teams match up in the playoffs. I think the Timberwolves will probably finish as the 6th seed and be safe from the play-in, but just going on how easy the schedule will be for the rest of the season. But Russ, man, I'm one of your biggest fans, but this was an epic meltdown. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please do subscribe to the channel. Let me know what else you want to see broken down on the channel in the comments, but just subscribe, man. I'm trying to get consistent with these videos and grow this channel. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Russ, you got to bounce back from this one. Until next time, get buckets.